An average life is a life of suffering simply because you're not getting what you want. Nobody will come galloping in on a white horse to save you. You have to do it yourself. That is okay. How are you guys doing? This is Alex from Alflex Fit podcast for those who are new to the podcast. So in this video, I wanted us to talk about a book that I recently read, that is Man Up by BEDROS KEUILIAN. This book packs a punch simply because it has some good old lessons that I learned and I decided to share them with you here at the podcast. So stick with me to the very end simply because this one is going to be a goes downs. So let's roll it up. The first lesson that I learned from BEDROS KEUILIAN's book is that a business cannot outgrow its owner. And you need to understand that clearly simply because at the end of the day, you need to level up first because you are the one who actually owns a business. That means you need to level up before the business that does. Literally speaking, you have to be in a position of leading yourself first before you get to a position of even leading a business. You need to master your own self. You need to master your physique. You need to understand how you can control yourself before even being in a position of controlling an external factor like a business. You get me? So, and that is why a lot of businesses fail simply because you find that the people who own these businesses, they haven't worked on themselves. They don't have the skills. They don't have the capacity to lead themselves. And with this extra responsibility of leading a business, they don't know how to lead it simply because they themselves are not yet well led. You get me? So you need to understand this very well. Your business will never outgrow you. And what this means is that the faster you grow, the faster your business grows by extension, simply because you're the backbone of the business. You are the one who is driving the sales. You're the one who is driving the innovation. You're the one who is driving everything that the business entails. You're the one who is driving them. And if you don't have the dedication to do all of that work, no matter how hard it is, at the end of the day, your business will be limited to growth, simply because you're not growing. And I've learned this simply because in a few years of me running my companies, that is Alflex Fit, and I've observed that the faster that I grow, the faster the business grows. That is just a matter of fact. And you get that is just a matter of fact, and you have to understand that very clearly, and that is where a lot of people fail. So you need to understand, for your business to grow, you need to level up, you need to grow as well, because that is the only way you can be in a position of growing your business by extension. That is the first thing that I took away from this powerful book by BEDROS KEUILIAN. The second thing that you need to learn is you have to understand how to face the suck. You need to understand very well that it is not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy like, okay, I wake up one day, I work, then tomorrow I'm successful. You need to understand that this thing is going to be hard, and you are going to be facing challenges. You are going to face thorns along the path. And if you're not in a position of understanding how to face all these issues and just come together with a solution, at the end of the day, you'll find yourself you're trying to escape to distractions. You'll find yourself trying to distract yourself from the sack simply because the process itself, it's not meant to be any easy, by the way. Being a business owner or building a business, doing something big, like doing something great, it's something that will always come with its own hardness, and you need to understand how to face all of that. You need to understand how to handle it, because at the end of the day, a lot of people are not successful simply because they don't understand how to face things when they get tough, literally. If you understand how to be in a position of facing the sack and understanding that it will be hard, and just be in a position of facing it whenever it comes, rather than escaping with booze, alcohol, everything, rather than escapism, if you can understand how to do that, at the end of the day, you find that you are actively finding solutions to your issues. You get me? And that is something that you need to understand clearly. If you can't be in a position of facing the sack and understand how to find solution in whatever you're doing, at the end of the day, you won't be in a position of progressing in business or in anything that you do in life. So you have to train yourself, face the issues, face the suck, like stop escaping with alcohol, with friends, or maybe movies, or all this garbage, social media, everything. All of these things need to go until you understand how to face what what you're actually facing in life. If you lack money, if you lack finances, if you lack, like, you're facing some tiny tiny issues in life, instead of going out of switching off or maybe freezing the moment and just switching off the nini, you have to train yourself, ziangalie, like, look into them and try to find a solution in the midst of the chaos. So train yourself to do that, face the suck every now and then, and that way you can be in a position of elevating your life one step at a time. And that is the second thing that I took away from this powerful book. So the third thing that I took away from this book is the art of being decisive. And what does this mean? Being decisive literally means being in a position of making quick decisions. Like, you can make faster decisions faster. Like, small things cannot be holding you behind. Maybe things like thinking of, okay, what will I wear today, or maybe small things, what will I cook. These are small tiny decisions that are taking away, like, nearly a lot of time. Because, for instance, when you're choosing some clothes to wear, at the end of the day you find yourself that you're spending like 20 minutes trying to figure out, okay, what will I wear today? Okay, you have a lot of choices, literally. And at the end of the day, you find that you're wasting a lot of time instead of making a quick decision, then moving to the next. Boom, 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 action. You see, that is the only way you can be in a position of uh, moving quick, literally, speed. Because in business, without speed, at the end of the day, it won't elevate as quick as you want it to be, literally. And that is why this lesson comes in hand, simply because you find that being decisive allows you to make quick decisions. If it is clothes, like, you have one t-shirt, like for me, I have this one t-shirt, a beautiful one. I don't have to think, just wear, boom, and I'm done. You see, like, quick decisions, like, you have to train yourself to make quick decisions, even when situations are bad, when the things go south. And that is the moment that you will be tested to actually think fast, move fast, make quick decisions. That is how men are made, that is how businesses are built, making quick decisions without hesitation. That way you can be able to move quicker, you can be able to elevate your business faster and such. That is that thing that I learned from this book. The fourth lesson that I took away from this book is that nobody is coming to save you. Literally, will come galloping in on a white horse to save your ass. You have to do it yourself. At the end of the day, you need to look into the world and understand that everybody is facing his own issues. And no one will come to help you with your own issues. Literally, like, you're just on your own. And with you understanding, the faster you understand that, at the end of the day, you find that you kick in and start doing things that will actually help you in life. Your friends won't help you. Even if your mom wants to help you, at the end of the day she can't. Like, at the end of the day you are the one to actually go in and just do it yourself. Sitting down and thinking that someone will come in and take responsibility of your life, or maybe, for instance, if you are a woman out there, or a lady, or a young lady, thinking that, okay, you will be married to a rich guy or such. At the end of the day, you need to understand you have your own dreams. You have your own ambitions, and all of these things, nobody can come in and just give them to you, or maybe achieve them for you. You have to go out there, you have to actively involve yourself in chasing these dreams, and that way you can be in a position of doing what you actually want in life. Because all of us have different desires, all of us have different ambitions, and this way we are unique in our own ways. And with actually going after them, at the end of the day, we manage to achieve what we are here to achieve here on earth. So just go there, train yourself to be in a position of understanding that I am the only one who is here to save me. Nobody is coming to save my ass. I gonna go out there and freaking kill it, like freaking crazy, man. That is the fourth lesson that I learned from this book, and it's actually a powerful book. And by the way, if you want to read it, let me know. I can forward you the PDF, or maybe you can go online and get it yourself. So that is the fourth thing. The fifth thing that I learned from this lesson is from this book is that you have to get your shit right. You have to train yourself to get your things right, because at the end of the day, as I told you in the last lesson, that no one is coming to save you. You're the one to get your things right. All the problems you're facing, the financial issues, everything, the relationship issues, everything that you're facing here on earth, you need to train yourself to understand that you are the one to solve them. Get your shit right. You are the one to actually go out there and solve them. At the end of the day, nobody's coming to rescue you in any way. So you have to train yourself to get shit right by actually understanding how things work. Comprehension supersedes consistency. Think about that again. Comprehension supersedes consistency. Every day you will wake up, you'll go to job, you'll work your ass off for 30 years, but at the end of the day, you'll never have enough money to actually achieve your dream. Why? Simply because the path that you are using, yes, you are working your ass off, but at the end of the day, the path that you are using is not allowing you to make as much success as you want. You see? So that is why I'm saying you need to understand that consistent comprehension supersedes consistency. And that is actually getting your shit right, simply because you're constantly improving, you're constantly learning new ways of doing things, you're constantly improving on yourself. You have to start, yes, but at the end of the day, you have to constantly improvise and change and transform and move fast. Like, you have to constantly be evolving, and this way you can be in a position of growing a little bit far much faster than maybe just allowing what you're being told and just going with it. That is what it is. So that is the fifth thing that I learned from this book. The other lesson that I learned is that there's no secret to success. There's no secret to success. It is just covered up through work ethic, no excuses, and adding value. There's no secret to success. And a lot of people think that, okay, some people became successful because, I don't know, they did something, or maybe they were lucky, or such kind of a thing. But at the end of the day, they fail to understand that these people began from nothing, literally. You find a person being successful, driving a good car, and living in a beautiful mansion, and you're like, okay, what did they do? Maybe they have a good family, or okay, or maybe they have some inheritance, some connection or such. But you have to remember that these people literally started from nothing. They started from zero. And this is where this lesson applies, simply because without work ethic, at the end of the day, nothing will get done. Without uh, without making excuses every now and then, at the end of the day, that's how you are going to build the dream that you want. You know? So you need to understand, you need to train yourself to understand this. Work ethic is critical. Adding value is critical as well. And what do I mean with adding value? Provide a service, provide something that is valuable to people, provide a solution to people's problems. And this way, you can be able to achieve success for yourself. And the other thing is not giving excuses. Without excuses, no matter how hard it will get, at the end of the day, success will find its way to you. Simply because you didn't give excuse to do the hard work that you are meant to do to actually achieve success. And that is a summary of showing you that there is no secret to success. There is no secret. The only secret is work ethic, giving no excuses, and then waking up every day and packaging value, giving value to people's lives, adding value to people's lives. For instance, like me doing these videos, I'm adding value to your life. in one way or another. Maybe you learn something and you go out there and implement. Maybe you are inspired by what I do. Boom, that is value that I've added to you. And by you viewing these videos, at the end of the day, I get something out of it. I get some value out of it as well. You get me? So that is what I'm saying. Work ethic, no excuses, adding up value, and boom, you become successful in life. So let's go out there and implement that. The other lesson that I learned from this book is that you have to train yourself to fix the leaks. Fixing the leaks. And what I mean with this is that you need to understand that this world is filled with distractions. It is filled with things that are pulling us away from what we are supposed to do. Like our buckets are all fucking. They have holes everywhere. For instance, if you have a bucket, for instance, maybe a bottle like this, it is holding water. But if I poke many holes in it, at the end of the day, water will not be able to hold water enough. You get me? The same thing with life. You have to fix all those leaks to a point that you're not wasting time on distractions. You're not wasting time on porn. You're not wasting time on TikTok. You're not wasting time scrolling social media, doom scrolling and fucking brain rot content. All of these things are not taking away from the resources that you have. You have to fix your leaks. You shouldn't be spending money on things that you are not helping you, literally are not helping you achieve your dream. All these are leaks that are actually harming your finances, are actually harming your time, or even your capacity to build that dream that you want. You have to train yourself to fix your leaks. And fixing your leaks actually comes down to understanding the resources that you have, and that is the energy that you have, God gave you today, the the money that you have today, the time that you have. All of these things shouldn't be spent on things that are not actually helping you achieve your dream. That is how you end up fixing the leaks, and then redirect that energy, redirect that money, redirect that time to things that you are supposed to do to actually achieve your dream. And that is where the last lesson comes in. No excuses. You get me? Boom. And that is it. The final lesson that I learned from this book is that being average is not okay. You have to understand very well. An average life is a life of suffering simply because you're not getting what you want. You have a dream. It's like a car with a I don't know what is it called, a speed governor. Like it wants to go to 350, but at the end of the day, the governor is saying no. You have to get to 80 and stop. You get me? And the same thing with this. Living an average life is like putting a speed governor on yourself and saying, okay, this is okay. You accept the status quo and you just know that, okay, in our family we are not successful. It's okay. And you're okay with all of that. You're okay with just living by hanging on there, you know. I don't know hanging on where, like you're just living a life by default. And that is foolish, literally, simply because life out there is so abundant. Life is so abundant, and we have to train ourselves to understand that we can go out there and actually achieve these dreams for ourselves. So you have to train yourself to be abundant. Think about big things, because at the end of the day, we have dreams. We have dreams that we have to achieve, and these things won't come to us just by maybe someone will come and give them to us. No, forget about that. We are the ones to actually go out there and achieve them. You get me? And actually accepting an average life and allowing what we were being told by our parents, or maybe I don't know who told us, government, go to school, I don't know, do this, and then get a good freaking job. Allowing that to be what it is, at the end of the day, you are limiting your growth. You get me? So you have to understand being average is not okay. Simply because people out there are living life that you dream about, literally. There's someone who is driving your dream car right now as we speak. There's someone who is living in your dream mansion. And also there's someone who is out there trying to pursue what you actually want, literally. And you will actually get it before you do, simply because you are allowing an average environment. You are an average life, literally, simply because you're not doing anything. You just accepted the sack. You accepted what it is. You know, you have to understand very well. These things are are built from nothing. Especially like for me, I came from a very humble background, and probably you too. But at the end of the day, we need to understand that we shouldn't allow ourselves to be trapped in this bullshit. We have a chance to go out there and build it. We have a chance to go out there and just become someone. We have a chance to actually achieve something with our lives. And we can only be in a position of doing that by actually going out there and doing it ourselves. Not allowing to be average, not giving the fucking excuses, and just be in a position of getting what we want in life. Because it is out there waiting for us. If there is someone driving my dream car, that means I have potential of as well driving that car. You get me? So you have to train yourself, guys, to go out there and just be in a position of being abundant in your mind. Your mindset should be big, like you should be thinking about big things and thinking about how you can achieve your dream one step at a time. And that finalizes what I learned from this book. It's a lot, by the way. That is just a summary, a small summary of what this book is all about. It's a massive book, and I would encourage you to go out there when we tafute, like just go and listen to it, or even an audiobook or such kind of a thing. DM me if you want a PDF. Like it's just crazy. It's just wonderful how you can slowly by slowly be improving in your life. So with that being said, I want us to finalize right there, and uh if you stuck to this very end, thank you so much, guys. And consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting, and share with your friend because we can't rise on our own. We need friends out there who can be in a position of growing with us together, and that is actually a depiction of a real friend. So share with a friend, go out there, achieve your dreams, and boom, out to see you at the freaking top. Adios.